It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll get to see the Eagles' sure-handed wide receiver. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Eagles and the Lions, and it's coming up next on Madden.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. And when you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
Short throw here to the tight end Bates.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Now a handoff up the middle. Pendleton.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. They run the counter. Pendleton. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Now this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Holding offense.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Pendleton. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Throwing is Jackson.
He finds Smith and Jigba. And the Lions are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And, Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Jackson. And he fends him off. And it's caught. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
3rd and goal, Jackson. Eluding the and he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Only a 3-yard loss there on the sack, but more importantly, it leads to a 4th and goal. And this one is right through.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So here come the Eagles for their initial possession of the game.
They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Right back to him on 1st down.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Hurts.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line.
The Lions offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And his numbers this year have been eye-popping in a lot of categories. In one area that stands out, he's the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback here in the latter part of the season.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun, Jackson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. To throw is Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Jackson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Man in motion left. That's Smith and Jigba.
Jackson from the shotgun. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Here's Ethan Evans now.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Throw out wide is incomplete. The Eagles had 5 and 6 to start play, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
Holding. Offense.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, Walker.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
Here's Hurts to throw.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie us at 3-3. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Lions offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
They go play action now. Jackson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Pendleton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
This 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff up the middle. Pendleton. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
But now he appears to be in some pain. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson.
Short throw here to the tight end Bates.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. Jackson now.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
Here's Jackson. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is now 10-3. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The home team's offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he's been a nightmare for defenses to try and contain all year long. NFL leader in rushing yards at the QB position here late in the season.
So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Now a 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hurts.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Back to throw. Flushed. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
This will be caught by Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
So out now come the Lions. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bates. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. Ethan Evans on now to punt.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Again, it's Johnson.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Straight ahead, Walker pushing through the contact. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And some space here.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he gets this one down to the 24.
68 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free, but we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
Throwing is Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, 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 And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Eagles offense back out getting set for this next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Hurts completing this one quickly.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a give up the middle. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
Now Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Phillips. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They go play action with Jackson.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get...
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The Eagles on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
That's good for Eagles.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They're going to look to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's another Eagles 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And he rifles one incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Hurts with a quick throw, complete.
And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal.